Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Merlinda. I'm from PBI2. I will answer the question from my lecture. There are 5 questions. For the first is, please mention and explain briefly the components of communication process. There are 6 components of communication process. For the first is context. Every communication proceeds with context. This context may be physical, social, chronological, or cultural. The sender chooses the message to communicate within a context. And then sender or encoder. The sender or encoder is a person who sends the message. A sender makes use of symbols, words, or graphic or visual aids to convey the message and produce the required response. Sender may be an individual or group and organization. And then the third is message. Message is a key idea that the sender wants to communicate. Communication process begins with deciding about the message to be conveyed. It must be ensured that the main objective of the message is clear. Number 4 is medium. Medium is used to exchange or transmit the message. The sender must choose an appropriate medium for transmitting the message, else the message might not be conveyed to the desired recipients. The choice of appropriate medium of communication is essential for making the message effective and correctly interpreted by the recipient. And then number 5 is recipient or decoder. Recipient or decoder is a person for whom the message is intended or aimed or target. The degree which message the decoder can understand is dependent upon various factors such as knowledge of recipient, their responsiveness to the message, and the reliance of encoder on decoder. And the last is feedback. Feedback is the main component of communication process as it permits the sender to analyze the efficiency of the message. It helps the sender in confirming the correct interpretation of message by the decoder. Okay, next question number 2. Why do humans need a language? Because language is a vital part of human connection, although all species have their ways of communicating. Humans are the only ones that have mastered cognitive language communication. There are some reasons why language is important. Language is important to culture and society. Language is important to business. Language is important for individuals and development. Language is important for personal communication. Okay, the question number 3. Please give your opinion about the periods Dutch period, Japanese period, and independence period of English teaching in Indonesia. Which one do you think the best English teaching period? Okay. In my opinion, the best teaching period is in Dutch period, because in Dutch period, English was a compulsory subject given 3 or 4 times a week. In addition, textbooks and supplementary readings were plentiful, so they could improve their English fast by reading a number of books. The teachers were well paid, and as a result, junior high school or MULO graduates could speak, read, and write good English. Very different from the Japanese period and independence period. In these two periods, Indonesian population was prohibited prohibited studying English. Question number 4. In your opinion, what is the status English compared to Indonesian nowadays? In my opinion, the status of English is English as foreign language because in Indonesian, certain people who want to learn English, such as people who want to pursue a career or people who want to work abroad, they are required to learn English. And in my opinion, the status of English is more important than Indonesian because now many companies require employers to be able to speak English. Not only that, the students are required to take the TOEFL in order to submit a thesis title. Okay, the last question. Please explain briefly about the function of English in Indonesia. English in Indonesia today is very important. Here are some of the functions of English in Indonesia. For the first is economic and business. Organizations which wish to enter the international market are not likely to be able to do so without using English. The second is international relations. English is one of the official language of the United Nations and other key international bodies. The third is the media, the world of current information and popular culture. A significant proportion, 57% of the world's newspapers are published in countries where English has a special status. Number 4 is education. A large proportion of the scientific papers published in all subjects are in English. And number 5 is communications. Much of the world's communication are done in English. And the last is international travel and safety. English is the language used for navigation at sea and for air traffic control. Okay, I think that's all for me. Thank you for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.